Can mass transit fix this terrible traffic? Can mass transit fix this diabolical death wave? Can mass transit fix this painful pedestrian parking lot of traffic too? Welcome to the second in-depth fix in the city of Wadderway submitted by HardBassHunter. If you would like to submit your city for a possible fix, then head on over to my Discord where you can find all the details. Link to my Discord is in the description below. Then grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive into today's probably quite difficult city fix. And just before we do that, here's a word from our sponsor, NordVPN. Hugo's back and he's heading to the moon. Why, you ask? Well, what better place to get a bird's eye view of all the world's traffic problems so he can report them back to me for fixing. But while he's up there being bombarded by all the world's free Wi-Fi signals, because that's how it works, right? He needs to make sure to protect his data from malware, hackers and phishing scams. That's where NordVPN comes in. Sharing a personal example, I had a family holiday recently, lovely little cottage in the country, and I wanted to use their Wi-Fi to do some banking and web browsing. But I'm always conscious of safety and security, so I use NordVPN's free app, which I have installed on my tablet, my phone and my laptop. Right, so I've got the app up on my laptop. I'm just going to do a quick connect up the top here. There we go. We've got a nice connection to the UK. If you wish, you can use any of these other countries' servers that are available to you. And then what I also want to do is turn on threat protection. So I just turn these three on like this, and that's going to give me real-time protection against malware, trackers, and malicious downloads as well. Fantastic. Thank you, NordVPN. So to find out more, go to my link at nordvpn.com/Biffa, which gives you 4 months free, plus it's risk-free because you have a 30-day money-back guarantee too. So last episode, we dived into a lot of the traffic fixing that this city needed, and many places are moving smoothly around, many places aren't, and we're going to see that as we look through the city. But the biggest problem at the minute is the death wave, which is taken over everywhere. We can see a load of traffic still coming through here, and we've got quite a few areas where, let's have a look down here, people are just walking. And when they walk a lot, which is good, it can then cause traffic in other places. And quite often, particularly during rush hour, this will get super busy. But we want to keep people off the streets. We want them to be able to use the mass transit, which I think overall is going to solve this problem for us. So why don't we just take a look, using some of the info views, why this area is such a death wave? Because we put in last time, didn't we? Recycling centres all along the back here to deal with all the trash that we've got down here. It's hard to see, but there is a garbage pile up behind most of these, which is causing the problem. We also put in, let's just dive in here and have a look at our healthcare. We've got our healthcare buildings here. So if we just turn all of these off, we can see we've got healthcare buildings everywhere, all set to these different districts that we've got around here. And there's plenty around the place. So that should help. And also, let's have a look, death care buildings as well. Yeah, we put in absolutely loads of those. Cemeteries, crematoriums, I should say, all over the place there. We've got some cemeteries around the back here. So what is going on with this area here? Well, let's use some of our info views, see if we can dive in and actually see what is causing the problem so we know what we're trying to fix. Let's have a look at the air pollution. Now, if we just zoom out a little bit, we can see, of course, in some of the areas where there is industry, there is a lot more air pollution, but there doesn't seem to be anything over here. The wind direction is going this way. We do have a bit of air pollution from our crematoriums, but that is next to none. What we can do, if we turn off the air pollution like that, we actually get a figure that I'd never seen before. Traffic air pollution. So all of these roads have been causing air pollution, some places more than others, which is being caused by, look, we can see traffic along here is causing air pollution, which is really interesting. I'd never spotted that before. It's not so bad to come off the road and affect the houses around it unless it lasts for a long time. But yeah, who knew in the game, of course in real life, who knew traffic caused air pollution as well? I've just missed that one. I don't know how, it's just flown over my head. But we can probably say that in this area, the air pollution isn't too bad. What about ground pollution? Again, we've got some over here with all of our recycling plants. We've got the huge incineration plant, but we know the wind is going in this direction, so that isn't really affecting those and these people down here where there's also a death wave going on. Noise pollution, of course, traffic can cause that. Now, there is a lot of noise appearing in here. If we turn off that one, we can see the noise pollution sources. And of course, traffic will cause it as well. Pretty much all the roads are at the yellow stage, which isn't too bad. That's quite low. Even where all this traffic is, it's not too noisy because it's not moving too fast. So that's fine. But these noise pollution sources down here look like they won't be helping. So what sort of places are these? So we've got high density offices, elementary schools tucked in. These are just high density businesses right next to other high density businesses. So that shouldn't be too bad. A parking lot, that's the sushi restaurant. Obviously very noisy fish in there. So mostly the businesses, but they're not that close to the residential here, which is sort of round the outside. So maybe something, and down here as well. I mean, that noise, let's go back to here, isn't really overlapping, is it? So I'm thinking we're going to find it's not water pollution because I've already checked that one. We've got 0% water pollution. I'm thinking it is literally the traffic that has been holding everything up and stopping people getting in here to take away the dead. And what I might just do is lower this pollution we've got going over here. Do we still need all the garbage processing and the landfills? We don't. I'm going to keep the incineration plant there, but a lot of these I think we're going to find. That's 15 out of 15, 10... 2, 3, yeah, some of these I'm now just going to delete, and these were set to different areas, so we want to make sure. So that's Willowdale, which is in here, so we're going to leave that one. This one is Willowdale. I didn't see what the one was I deleted. That's Willowdale as well. I think they were all Willowdale, and these ones, yeah, were Garnetdale, which is in there. So let's take a look at that. We've only got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 7 there, 15 there. So obviously, all these Garnetdale, 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 yeah. So it looks like we've sort of reached as many as we need in that area. So we've got 15 in use, and then we've got another 6 overlapping. So we'll leave those. I think this was just set to everywhere. Evergreen Corner, that's the whole area. If I can hover over the name, you'll see, there it is, that's the whole area. So we'll leave that one going. So that's all of those covered. I'm not going to worry about any others that you've put in because they'll be covering this area over there. Okay, so that is going to help with the traffic a little bit. Again, we'll look at our healthcare coverage. So this had a huge death wave before. Well, if we have a look at citizen health, we're now well in the green, which is great over here. This we can see isn't too bad. We're starting to get super healthy, although we've got a couple of deaths there. Down here, it's still quite unhealthy. We can see they're sort of medium, they're working their way up. If we turn that one off, we can see the healthcare coverage isn't too bad. So again, that was probably traffic causing the issues. With the death care, let's turn off that one, and that one. So we've got a lot of death care buildings around. Let's just check where they're all covering. So that's covering Willowdale. That's got 5 out of 5 out. That is Evergreen. That's got 0. Okay, these crematoriums, 6 and 15. Yeah, we'll leave those going. That one's super busy. These are all right next to each other. Vehicles in use, 0. That's Evergreens. That's the whole place. 6, 5, 8. So it looks like we don't need so many of these. I'm going to take away that one, and we'll slowly keep an eye on whether we need to remove more of these as time goes on. Well, let's take a look at the mass transit then, as that's really going to take people and cars and everything off the road and allow the health service workers to do what they need to do. So let's take a look. Right, let's head on up here to our mass transit section, and we're going to take a little screenshot of those figures and see how we can change those over time. So 14,000 citizens on 9 bus routes. Then you've got subway. It says it right there. 108,000 on the subway with 4 routes. On the ships coming in and out, 23,000, and then planes at 9,000 for a total of 155. You've got some cargo routes as well, which is good. Let's just drop down to the bus routes. Here we go. So it's always good to sort these lines by usage and see what's going on. So we can already see that we've got a lot of buses that are just not being used enough. I mean, I know we get different times of the day, but actually in one of the busiest parts of the day, and this is your usage. And then you've got some that are oversubscribed that need more buses. So we can take a look at those. We could also see where they are all situated. Is there no buses up here at all? Hang on one second. Hang on. Yeah, we've got some bus stops up here. I'm being blind, yeah. But not in here. No, we've got subway in here. We've got a traffic accident. We've got a couple of buses that come around this way from the medical university. And that's about it. What about our subway usage? Let's have a look at that and see where they are. I always find it quite difficult to see the subway in this game. Hang on one second. There we go. We just come out of that and page down and we can see. So we've got a stop over here. To be honest, you've got the university up here, but other than that, it's not that busy. And we've got another stop there, another stop here. We've got one at the top there. So you've got them. Oh, that was an autosave. Let's have a quick sip of tea. So you've got them running through these busy areas. Got another one down here. We've got like a little loopy loop. So some can go off to over here to the airport. Okay, so we're bringing people in up here. Yeah, that's definitely subway. And then you've got another one that sort of loops around here. Let's just see where your lines go, whether you've got them going in all directions. So considering how big this city is, you've only got 4 lines. We might just need to do something about that. So your first one, can't quite pronounce that, Zood, is going this direction. So it's going around this second area of your city, and then it's looping back round, coming up into the busiest part of the city. Then it's looping all the way around that. Yeah, that is... So the way people will travel in the game is they'll take comfort. If they want to go from here to here, they'll take the most comfortable route. If your subway is going all the way around absolutely everything before it comes back round again, the comfort level is going to be super low on that. So they're going to do something else, which at the minute is probably walking. It's then going to come back down here. It then comes back in here again. Then it's probably going to go right and go round. No, it goes up here. Yeah, and then it joins back round again. Yeah, so it's a long old route, that one. So we're going to maybe change that one. So then we got the clockwise and counterclockwise. I'm assuming both of those are going to be round here. You can see that one. So that one's going round here. The red one. Where is the blue one? Which is... Oh, no, the green one we're looking for. That's the red one. Where's the green one? Ah, okay. That is over here. They don't cross over. So, well, that to me says you're missing a couple of lines there going in the opposite direction. So they're both clockwise, of course. I would want counterclockwise ones on each island as well. And then you've got the shuttle down here. I'm going to turn that yellow just so I can see it a little bit easier. Boink, boink, boink. It's like a nice orange colour. Where's that one? I bet that's coming from the airport. No. That's coming from our area with the death wave down here. And that's heading all the way out to over here. Yes, where we've got our huge international airport as well. Okay, so over here, that was a cargo harbour. Yeah, very good. Okay, well, let's add a couple of extra routes. So I'm going to add another one over here that goes in the opposite direction to the one we've got in here already. Oh, there's another one. Oh, yeah, that's that huge one, isn't it, that goes round. I'm going to just delete that one first. Yeah, we're going to delete that one, and then we're going to tidy things up. There we go. This is the one that goes absolutely everywhere. I'm going to remove that one there. There we go. Excellent. And I'm going to add 2 more on that are counterclockwise on these 2 islands. I'm just going to do it off camera. It's really hard to look at on screen, I'd imagine. Okay, there we go. That's the last one done. So each of the 2 main areas, is the game with us? Yeah, has got a clockwise and a counterclockwise. Let's keep the map this way so we can know what's going on. Clockwise and counterclockwise there. Clockwise and counterclockwise there. Now, how many vehicles do we have available altogether? 15. Okay, they're all heading out in different directions. So the other thing I wanted to check then is how many trains are we going to get on each of these new ones. So it's given us 3 on there. Oh, we could actually... Oh, 3 is the limit we got because we haven't got the mod that's going to let us change that. Okay, that's fine. 3, 2 is just going to give us 3 as well. Yeah. So is that going to be have we got enough ability to fill the lines? Yeah, I mean, that's 12 altogether. So we've got one spare line. So we might see what we're going to do, because what I would like now is a connection between these two places. And I'm just looking, let's just check where the airport line goes to, because that would be a very good place to have a hub. So let's turn all of those off and we'll do this one here. So that's coming right into the airport. So that is going, hang on, where's it going? Over here. Oh, it goes above ground. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All the way over here, back underground again, following this orange line, goes to Cooper Glen. So that's where the crossover point is, which is actually quite good because that's not far from over here. So we could maybe have a little change, and we've got this line, this connection here, which is the one that goes, yeah, see, that's bringing out the subway yard connection into here, but we could maybe use that to have a little shuttle going backwards and forwards from here. I think that would be quite good. Could we connect this one into here? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think if we go from down there to up here, there's enough room. That feels like it's snapping on there. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's connected there. Let's double check. And that's connected there. Excellent. So what we could do now is run. Let's try and do it with the same way the trains are going. We can go that one there, all the way around this underground loop into here. Yeah, and that will go that way. It is going to go backwards again. It's going to reverse, which is fine. Connect that up. Yeah, there we go. So I don't know what we could call that one in the language that's being used, which I'm assuming is German, I think. But we're going to call that an Inter-Island Express. There we go. And that's probably going to get 2 vehicles. It's like they're all getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, which is fine. That's the maximum they can all have. This one, oh, that's the Inter-Island Express. Yeah, I'm hoping. Oh, that's going to have 1. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to get spare. I'm just wondering whether we could upgrade this to have... what other subways do we have that might have more space? We've literally got small elevated, modern metro, which again is only small. Modern subway. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll be okay with that. If this gets too busy and we can sort of look underground. Yeah, I mean, it's not rammed, is it, with people coming and going? And we'll see how it is. People are taking this already. So we might just let that run for a little bit and see how it goes. Well, I'm already watching the Inter-Island Express here, and it is rammed. So that one train that's going backwards and forwards, that one subway train, let's just see what happens when it gets here. It's going to be rammed again. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is... can we upgrade the subway yard? Because we are going to run out of vehicles otherwise. Let's take a look. Maintenance hall. It looks like you've already upgraded it. What's this one going to do? Dedicated facility makes subway train maintenance faster. And that's it. You've got the other upgrade. Let's just see what option it gives us on that extra line. Inter-Island Express. Yeah, it's got 1 train. If we go up to 2, yeah, another train is going out. Excellent. And then I think that is, the limit. Is that counting it yet? En route. We might have 1 more left. I like balancing the mass transit. You can really sort of tweak things a lot. So the usage is more balanced out now, which is good, rather than what we had before. So yeah, let's just keep this one. This was like 109%. That's 90% there. Let's just leave that running then. And let's take a look at the buses and see what we can do with those. Because ideally what we want to do is bring people to the subway to get around, or at least have the buses locally running, but in a way that makes sense. So just looking around the city, and I found this, because so many people are walking, which is good. We don't mind people walking, but it's causing problems on letting all the buses out. So the buses are all blocked. Buses will come back for maintenance from time to time, as we can see there. Does it show here the list of buses? No, it doesn't. But they will come back for maintenance. Then they'll get stuck again going out. And also to the bus station, of course. So there's a load of stops in here, is there, that they're coming backwards and forwards. Oh, get off the screen. Yeah, there we go. There's a little stops in here, so they're coming backwards and forwards and stopping off there. But tell you what we're going to do is we want to be able to get these buses out of here. Let's just pause a second. Let's just pick that, and I'm going to try and bring that out over here, this side. Okay, let's just stop that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to just move this around a bit. I'm going to be using the Move It mod only just to help me do things a little bit quicker. If you weren't using the Move It mod, you would just redraw that and that would be fine. So I'm going to hook that onto there, and I want that to be the same height. So that's going to cross over here. Yep, excellent. So then we're going to go down, 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 down. I want the normal one. And is that, what's that? 22. I mean, what I tend to do with these is I imagine... Actually, where do they want to get to? Yeah, they're all crossing over there anyway. That's fine. I sort of imagine it's crossing a slope and a step. So, I mean, to be honest, that's not too steep, is it? So we're going to do that. There's no crossing this side. So what I want to do is just turn that crossing off because... There we go. We want to say don't use it. Now, we know that people are going to... Oh, hang on. No, I haven't really finished that, have I? Because they're... Oh, yeah, they can come down there and then go around there, can't they? Yeah. So we know some people are going to still use it, but actually less people are using it. And they're coming up and over the top, which is what we want. Excellent. So now our buskers, now our buses can get going. And also we've got the option for them to walk over to the other side to get to the subway. And that's working really well. Here, it's all getting chock-a-block up again because of what's going on with the crossing. So, you know what we're going to do here? So let's see. Immediately, people start crossing over and using that. We already have the crossings turned off here, I believe. Yeah, they're turned off, definitely. So what I'm thinking is on these traffic lights, did I put specialized traffic lights in there? I did. Let's put allow turn on, but we don't have an exclusive pedestrian phase, which is good. Because I don't want that. I want them to go up and over the top. So we need to give them a few seconds. Like we saw here, it takes a few seconds for them to work out what's going on. And what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to make just a couple of other little connections here. So we're going to like that. So that means they can sort of cut through and walk there. And we've got this huge crossing over here, which I really don't want. And I'm sure I've removed that before. I'm right-clicking. Oh, it's because I've got the wrong tool. I'm right-clicking. We've got the crossing over here. Yeah, so what I might just do is bring that crossing up over the top, and that sort of covers all the different options that we've got going on. Yeah, let me do that as well. Actually, I think I might just leave it like that, up and over the top. That's good. I mean, it's getting... it's like Spaghetti Junction. It's getting messier and messier. But, you know, you have to do what works. You have to do what works to get people off the street. I mean, I could just totally redraw all of this, but isn't this more fun? It's like a natural way that this has all sort of worked. And then ideally, nobody's going to be crossing over here or here. Let's just give them a little bit of time, speed things up a bit, and watch the people and see what happens. But don't forget, there is built into the game this, I can't remember what they call it, but it's the breaking of the rules, that everybody's got a percentage chance of breaking the rules, whether they're walking, whether they're taking cars, whatever they're doing. Hopefully, like airline pilots don't break the rules. That won't be good. But yeah, there's always that chance. And that's where you see things like U-turns and stuff like that. Already, while I've just been talking, we can see the numbers are down for people crossing over here, which is good. So we're just getting a little bit of traffic from that bus coming out, which is fine. From the road down here, I feel like we probably need to make that a dedicated turn. Let's grab, not that tool, not this tool, that tool. They change order. It catches me out sometimes. So what I want is dedicated turning here. So I'm going to say, Hugh, don't go there, but Hugh, go there. So we get this dedicated right turn, and then we've got a dedicated straight on as well. I'm going to remove the U-turns because they're just silly. And then once everybody has worked that one out, then hopefully people going straight on will take the lane dedicated for straight on. They're getting sort of slowed down by the crossings here. So what I'm going to do is move that crossing. We're going to move that crossing. I want it down here somewhere. Well, actually, there's one over there. So we could just literally remove that. There we go. Is it not removed? Yes, it has removed. So if they want to cross, they can walk down there and cross. And by then, a lot of the traffic's moved on. So once again, it will give them a little bit of time to work it out. See, these want to walk. I mean, that's a long way to walk to cross. So that might be where that thing comes in. They'll get to this corner here and go, do you know what? To walk all the way down there to cross is just too far. So they're going to do it anyway. So what you can do, a little tip, is just take a road and double click and add like an extra little node in there. And then you can add a crossing like that. And it will put lights on it, which you don't need to have. We'll take the lights away. Taking the lights away? Yeah, it's taking the lights away. There we go. So now you might find that they're happy just to walk across there instead of here, and that just keeps all of that moving, which it is. That's moving, that's moving. No traffic in that junction. We've just got... It's like someone's taking a load of spaghetti and just throwing it down, but you get the idea. I'm not here to make things look nice. I'm here to teach you how to keep people off the road, keep things moving, and then you can spend your own time to make it look nice. I'm so tempted just to redo this, but we'll see if I get time at the end of the video. But if not, look at that. All the ants are running around, staying off the road, and there's no traffic. And the buses are all on the way. Brilliant. Right, let's take a proper look at the buses. Right, let's take a look again at your buses. So what I've been interested in is the length of some of your lines. So you've got a couple here that are super long. This one has just got one person on and it's just not being used at all. It's a massive long line. I'm going to delete that. And it's 11 in the morning. I know we're probably going to get some people using it maybe later in the day, but it just doesn't make that worth using at all. This one here, the Tealand shuttle. Now that actually is going from the island with all the big build-up of the death wave and all that sort of thing over to the second island, and it's running a connection between two bus stations that you've got, if I can find them. There's one. No, hang on, let me find it. Here it is. No, that's not it. Hang on. We'll get there. Spotted it. Here it is. We've got this bus station here, and it runs all the way down the highway, all the way over to another bus station over here somewhere. I can't find it right this second. Maybe that's it there. But what you're going to find is that's going to be used less and less, and we can see the percentages going down because people are going to be using the tube more. So what I'm thinking of doing, and I don't mind the way you've got the buses set up, most of them are local and they go past the subways. So I'm going to go through all of these, and I'm just going to drop the ticket price down on every single one. What I'm going to probably do with this is sort them by, yeah, they're sorted by name already, aren't they? So I know which ones I've done. So I'm just going to go through quickly, and we've done that one already, and drop all of these. And that's the last one. So the reason I'm doing that is I want to encourage people not to walk, to take the local buses if possible. So we might find passengers go up, which is fine. So we need to let this run a little bit and work itself out as to what it's doing, who needs the buses, how many we need, and all that sort of thing. And then we can take a look at some of the other traffic while we're waiting. What is going on down here? This has suddenly got super, super busy. Yeah, we'll come back to that in a second. So basically, after this has been running for a while, then we can see whether we need to add more buses or just remove some of the lines altogether, because they've got like 9 buses. And I mean, that just doesn't need that many. I'm going to just drop that down to the lowest it will do. Let's just do the other low ones. That was that one, wasn't it? Industrial shuttle. That's got 4, which is the lowest it will do. Usage 13 has got 7 buses. The Tealand shuttle, yeah, we'll drop that down. And I know this city is making so much money anyway, so it's really not a problem. There we go. Once we get around the 50%-ish mark, I will leave it as it is. And then if it gets any higher than that, I will change that. Also, the length, what you want to do is check, for instance, this one here is how long is it taking these buses to get from one end to the other? But we've got quite a few buses on there. We've got 3. So, yeah, let's leave that running. We'll leave that as it is. Let's just check out this little bit of traffic here and see what's going on. It's probably everybody coming off the highway, hitting that roundabout from each direction, and it's just going a little bit slow. So what I might just do is delete that roundabout. I'd like to make this into a bigger node, actually. So let's put that roundabout back in again, and I'll show you how to make a bigger node. I think that was this sort of size. Let's go, let's fit in the largest one we can. I'm going to anarchy that in. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I want to delete some of these roads. So that's just a standard 4-lane road. So we'll do that one. And we'll do that one, and we'll join that up. And let's do it in the middle here, like so. And I want to get it as close as I can to like that. So it's far enough away, and then we'll have that go into there. Let's just turn off my snapping, get it lined up. 79, 180. There we go. Excellent. I mean, is that a tiny bit further away than that? I'm not entirely sure it is, actually. Do you know what? That's fine. It's about the biggest. Yeah, it has. Look, it has stretched that node out. Oh, okay. Well, let's put that back in and do it again. What I tend to find is if you turn the snapping off, you can make it a little bit wider as well. So I'll try this side again. And then this one here, I'm going to do the same, but we are going to put in here an asymmetrical 3-lane road. So I'm going to start off with the snapping on, turn it off, keep it straight over here. So there we go, 90 degrees like that. And then bring it in. There we go. Everyone's okay. Good. That might actually just help keep things moving a bit quicker. We could just keep our eye on that. Tell you what I'm going to do down here is I put... oh, no, I haven't put the wrong one in, have I? It's just got grass and stuff on there. That's fine. I mean, we can add the grass. Let's add the grass. Grass. Where's the grass? Here's the grass. That's what I'm looking for. Upgrade. And the trees. So it's all nice and the same. So is that moving? I mean, what's happened here as well is this has become a main arterial. It's coming right off the highway, and you've got all of this zoned all the way along here, which is a lot of commercial stuff. So people are stopping, wanting to come along here, do the shopping and all that sort of thing. And it's super busy. We've then got this down here, which again, we've got all the crossings and things. There is traffic lights, isn't there? And that is not a dedicated lane. Oh, I feel a bit of Hugo there coming on. Let's grab our intersection lane tool. You could do this a different way. You could use this mod, or you could make it an asymmetrical road. I think the amount of lanes we've got here should be okay. So it's going to be Hugo there, which we've got. Hugo not there. So now we've got a dedicated right and a straight on. I'm going to remove the U-turns. Keep that going and just see whether that moves everybody out a bit quicker through that junction. Going to upgrade this. Oh, let's put the snapping on. There we go. And that one to asymmetrical. We might still upgrade that road. I just want to make sure everybody's moving through quickly. There we go. Look, just having that a bit further out has helped this all move a bit faster. And you might find it's things like with the asymmetrical road, more cars get out, which means there's less in the way of other people, which is good. We've got crossings there, but they're not right up here, which is where they normally are. So as cars get through, they can get through quicker. And as things get moving, there we go. So to be honest, probably didn't really need to do that with the mod. All of this could be done without mods, and we've cleared up that bit of traffic. Fantastic. There's this roundabout a little bit further up, which really needs some asymmetric. Yeah, that could do with just a little 4-lane road in there. If we could upgrade that. We've got the space. Let's move it over a little bit. I know I've got anarchy on, but it will fit in with the buildings. And then this one here needs to be asymmetric as well. Coming into there just to get people in and out quicker. That was a little auto save. We need it there. We need it there. Coming into this junction. There is a traffic light right there, which I don't want. I don't like that. We don't want a tree. Let's get a normal, where's the basic small one that's just got the concrete? Small roundabout, concrete with a bush. All right, whatever. Concrete with what's probably going to end up being a dead bush. There. We'll get rid of that. Hopefully, that will just keep people moving. Come on now, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Oh, they're all sort of having problems down here. Well, this needs to be a 4-lane. So let's get some dedicated lanes in there. There we go. This can be asymmetrical. That can be asymmetrical. And that should sort that out. Maybe? Question mark. Let's just watch it for a second or two. I'll tell you what would probably help is not having a traffic light down here. I mean, what would really help is don't zone on your main roads in and out of areas. This is like the main road through this area, and all the buildings are zoned off of it. Where they need to be zoned is the side roads that would go up and down like these ones instead of facing the main road. I mean, once you get far away from a junction, the odd truck stopping isn't the end of the world. But when it's right by a junction like this, you've got people coming out of different things, stopping and starting, and it just, yeah, causes problems. I mean, like that building there shouldn't really be there, but I'm going to leave it because it's all sort of going down a bit now. So let's just keep an eye on this roundabout, watch it go down. go. Look at that. All moving smoothly. Fantastic. Right, I'm about to go and have my lunch. I've popped in a couple more crematoriums down here. I just want to get on top of this death problem. We've got the ones that we put up there before. I've set them all to these zones. I put another one in here as well and set that just to this area here. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it running like this, and we're going to come back in what will probably be about 40 minutes and see how it's going. So I will see you in a second. Right, some time has moved on. I've had a lovely lunch, and I'm just going to see if we can help out this little area here. I mean, no matter what we do for public transportation, they want to walk from this side to the other, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. So let's just help them out here. There's quite a few crossing over, which was slowing the traffic coming down there. So I think what I'm going to do is just grab a path, run it under here. Let's just go a little bit further back. Oh, okay, I've got to go out that width, whatever I do, because what I want to do is just slide it through here. I am going to pop a little bit of anarchy on to get that through here. Don't connect to something I don't want you to connect to. Does that get through? No. I wanted that to connect down here. Like that. Is it doing it? Yeah, there we go. Excellent. I could just delete the building, but I don't want to. So now if people want to get across to the other side, they can come down there instead of using that crossing. So let's just turn that crossing off. We don't need that. And we don't really need that one either, because if they get down here and want to cross the road, there's literally a crossing right there, or they can go underneath, come round here, and then come and cross over there. So let's just keep an eye on that, and there we go. Yeah, people are very happy to come across there and walk down here. Oh, there's no move option for trees. Boink, there is now. Very good, very good. Oh, let's just wiggle this a little bit. There we go. Excellent. Looks a lot better. And then if we follow that to the other end, so this is all underneath this junction. That's not blocking anything. There's traffic lights there, which is fine. When we get down to the end here, yep, I saw the comments about the huge step here. Removed that already. They can cross over the top there. They're walking along here, and nobody's causing any traffic by walking around, which is exactly what we want to do. Once we get into the city, I mean, having it all walkable like this isn't a bad thing as long as you've got the correct infrastructure in place. And look at them all. They're absolutely loving it. Maybe not the people that used to live there. Ooh, getting a little bit of traffic over here again. This is something we did fix last time, but I think I remember saying just keep an eye on it because, yeah, sometimes you'll set things up and it'll work for a while. And when you make a change in the rest of your city, then people's driving patterns are just going to change. And what we're noticing here is everybody's taking this lane. So hardly anybody's going left, hardly anybody's going right. So we've now got all of this traffic, which is backing up round the back here and all the way down the road, all wanting to go straight on, which is fine if we could maybe help them have some extra lanes. And what I'm just thinking here is just taking this asymmetric road and turning it around the other way, because there's not many that are coming out there. So that should now give us 2 straight-ons. And I'm going to also... Look, changed order again because I've restarted the game. Ah, that's annoying. It always catches me out, that does. I don't want that one going left. I want Hugo there straight on. I want this one to be Hugo there straight on. Anybody turning this way can take both lanes. And Hugo there. You can do that. Everybody freaks out, even though they were going straight on anyway. So now we're getting 2 lanes of straight on, which I think a lot of them are then going straight on again. So they're all sort of getting down to 1 lane, 1 lane, 1 lane. Where are they all going to? They're sort of spreading out over here, aren't they? So what I'm thinking of doing is actually... see, we haven't got any room. I'd like to put like a road here, but actually now I've said that, they've started going through. I'm going to put an asymmetric there, and we might just pop one there as well. And at least then you're going to get a dedicated turning lane, so they're going to go through a bit quicker. That could do with a 1 and a 3, but we haven't got one of those. There's no traffic lights. There's no traffic lights. It's just the stopping and the starting. But at least now they're all going. Is there traffic lights? Oh, there is traffic lights. Do we need traffic lights there? I don't think we do. I'm going to take those out. There's hardly anybody coming out there. And just in case anybody does, we'll make that an asymmetric as well. Then we'll go back, we'll go back. Yeah, it's funny now, the one going out, because it's now down to one lane going in all directions, it's sort of slowing down a bit. Oh, autosaves all over the place. But hopefully, oh, mamma mia, look at all this. Oh, good grief, look at all this. What is going on? Why have we suddenly got all of this out of nowhere? All coming through this junction are causing me all sorts of problems. Well, flipping cheese sticks. Let's take this 3-lane one-way road here. No, actually, I want this one. That one there, and we're going to upgrade that. So we've got more lanes, yeah, like so, coming into the roundabout. This one here, it's just funny, isn't it? Because I totally solved this problem in the last episode. We're going to make that asymmetric. Come on. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Actually, I want to cancel that one. Can I just go somewhere else? Yeah, we'll leave that one. So that should get those through a little bit quicker. And then I'm going to bring this one right back to the roundabout here. We can get that lined up. That'll be good. There we go. That's just everybody can queue up to get up to here. I really would like a 4. Actually, I'll say a 4-lane road in here just so we have 2 coming out. But if you look at it, it's barely sort of coming back down to here traffic-wise. So it's just getting this to go through a little bit quicker. And I'm wondering whether we could take out the pedestrian phase and add in everybody's favourite way to do that, which is more crosswalks. So we've got buses holding things up there. We could do that. Add one in there and take that out. Add one in there and take that out. And then we could just put a crosswalk across here like this. I've sort of gone around that building, and then we've got this one going all the way down to the crossing over there. So then what I need to do is turn that crossing off, and then they have to take the ones that we've given them. Actually, that's not too bad now, is it? Look, that's all gone down. This is going down, which means this will get more chance to go down. Are you all like cutting through? Where's that coming from? Yeah, I get a sneaky feeling you're cutting through here, which I don't want. And there is a way to stop that. We've got like a humongous district here. Well, as we've got mods and things available to us, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this little road here like that. Sterling Springs. We can rename that with a dot so you don't even see it. And we're going to say in here, speed bumps, roadside parking, which is the one? Gated community, heavy traffic ban. Trucks and heavy forbidden to enter in this district. I'm going to do that one. I mean, that one and the gated community both seem to sort of do the same. Only people living or working in the district are allowed. We'll do that one, actually, because then if trucks come in here because they're working here, and then it'll just keep people to the main road, which we've sorted out the traffic on that now, which is great. This is going, they're all going through. Nobody's backing up. The other side should then get through. It's only up to here. One of the lights going to change. Look, my rule, as long as it doesn't back up and block up the next junction behind it, we're okay. And then this one over here seemed to be getting a little bit ooh and ah, which we've got too many crossings there. I'm going to take that one out because I don't think there's traffic lights there. No. So you might just be able to go, and we need dedicated lanes here, definitely. So I am going to grab this old thing, like so, and say, you go there. There we go. So we've got, rather than upgrade the road, just see how that goes. So anybody wants to go straight on doesn't have to be caught behind anybody going left. And already that's possibly helping. Let's just see. Let's just give that a minute. Keep an eye on all that traffic there and see if it goes down. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Barely a few seconds later, all the traffic's gone down there as well. Brilliant. Now people can cross the road if they wish without getting in anybody else's way. They do seem to be sort of getting in each other's way. Are they going? No, it's fine. It's fine. All good. And back down here is all good as well. Let's check on ye olde death wave issue. I'm a little bit worried that we're still going to have a problem because I've seen quite a few health things popping up. But where are we? Oh. Look at that. The death wave has finally abated. We're over a year, I think. Was it April 2032 before my lunch? Now we're May 2033. People are moving back in again. We're making so much money. I think what you need to do, is like zone some more areas to get more people to move back in. Because this is if it was me, I would remove like half of this, like every other building. It's too overpopulated, too close together. But that's why we've ended up with a ton of rubbish trucks around here, the crematoriums and all that sort of thing to deal with that. But if you drop that down, you could start getting rid of these. Probably start getting rid of those already, but you know, we've got so much money, we'll leave them in. Oh man, that is really, really good. Let's check out the transportation use and see how much that has changed. Okay, so on the buses, we've got 24,500. Before it was 14,000 odd, so that has gone right up. On the subway, 136,000. Before was 108,000, so that's gone up. And then the other things we didn't touch, but more people are moving in, so they're obviously more happy to go and see the tourist attractions, the parks and things you've got. So they're coming in by boat and plane as well. And the total has gone up by over 30,000, 32,000 odd, using the mass transportation. Excellent. Once again, with the traffic tamed, the city can hum along nicely and keep all the citizens safely walking to their destinations or riding on the updated free mass transit system. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed seeing traffic fixes on the channel, and if you'd like to submit your city for consideration, follow the link in the description to my Discord and all the details are there on how to do that. A huge, big, heartfelt thank you to all the patrons. You can see their names scrolling up the screen right now. I just feel honoured that you wish to support me in this way, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Timberborn episode in the Experimental Update 7. It was certainly a doozy. Thank you. Before you leave, hit the sub button so you don't miss out on the next Kettlewick, our British build, or the next traffic fix, and then I will see you next time. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.